Hey everybody, this is Becky from the Seasonal Homestead. I'm super excited to share with you today's vlog all about gardening with kids. I actually show a lot of gardening with kids in all of my videos, but more specifically today, I'm going to be sharing with you how my kids set up their own personal gardens. And I'm also very excited because in this video, I am partnering with two friends, Courtney from the Carolina Farmhouse and Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. They are also doing videos about this same topic, gardening with kids. So I am gonna link Lisa and Courtney's video down in the video description so you can check them out.
Why can't you mix it with your hands? That's a lot!
Making a double batch.
Mom, this is not a very good pitchfork.
No, because it kind of goes right through, doesn't it?
Yeah. More like that?
Yeah.
What?
And
Boys have more muscles than girls.
you put your thing on the bottom so that it develops, it'll get roots all up here.
Is she saying what if
I fall? I won't let you fall. What if I cry? I won't let you cry. Carol, there we go.
I tied it up in the video, so
Kids are making their own gardens today and they're pretty excited about it. Right now they're just staking out where each garden is gonna be. They're gonna each have 3 rows across in the garden, 25 feet long. It's a lot of space, but they say they want to do it. Ever since we have been up here, the kids have not done their own gardens. They've just helped me in the family garden, and I knew I wanted to make it a priority this year for them to have their own, because in the past, and it's working this way even now, when they have their own gardens, they want to do it and they want to make sure their garden is successful. So they will often go out and weed and water and harvest without any nagging from me or anybody else, which is pretty much the best thing ever.
baby tomatoes. They are yellow. Well, the tomatoes are, but they're not yet. And next is the loofahs. They sprout and then you pick them. They're like over large cucumbers and you dry them and they're like sponges.
How do you like your garden cruise?
It's the best garden I've ever seen. Yeah, the funnest time I've ever had in a garden. It was good.
Yep. They literally spent 4 or 5 hours in the garden, but they said that was the most fun I've ever had doing a garden chore. It's because it was their own garden and they could have the creativity to be able to do their own thing and also just take ownership of their own garden. So we'll see how they do and if you can keep up with it, right?
Yes.
Yes. While I was inside cleaning up our lunch, I had a couple of the kids come out and pull out the rest of our spinach crop. It was all going to seed because it's been 90 degrees the past couple of days. So I just had them pull it all and they did a great job. There's still kale in this row, which I had them leave because it's still good. I'm going to finish cleaning up the rest of that area and then I'm going to plant green beans right along both sides of the kale.
But Mom, the rest of mine.
You got your 4.
Yeah.
Where's, oh, here's my last one. There's actually 2 more.
We just finished planting our celery and the majority of our garden chores are done. It is so hot right now. We're gonna head down to our creek, take a little break and swim, and then I'm gonna come back and weed for another couple hours. get the crawdad?
No, I don't know how to pick them up.
Oh, you need your brothers, huh?
Yeah.
That was a good one. So we ran into a little problem, and that is when we did the kids' gardens, we ran out of compost. Some of the kids were able to get compost on their gardens, but some were not, and they were not happy about it. And then in the family garden, there are areas like my potatoes that I wanted to cover with compost, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So Cam is going to take off of work in a couple of days to go and pick some up because I can't make it fast enough to keep up with the size garden that I have. And the reason he's taking off of work to go and get it is because the place that we really like that has really quality compost is an hour and a half away. We're also renting a trailer to go and pick it up. It may seem like a lot of work, but compost, when you get the right compost, it can really make the difference in your garden.
Back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Dad! A long time ago,
I'm so excited that we finally have compost. It makes such a huge difference in the garden and keeping the weeds down. And the kids are really excited too. They are going to put some on their gardens ASAP. And then that's really the last step for them. They just get to watch it grow. They'll get out there and weed and water. As I already mentioned, they like to do that when it's their own garden, which is just amazing. Their gardens give them a lot of purpose and fulfillment. They planted a lot of the summer things like tomatoes and cucumbers, watermelon, and corn. So after this initial planting, that's pretty much going to be it for the year. They may plant a couple things in the fall. Hopefully when I share the family garden tour, the kids can share maybe some of their gardens at the end of that tour as well. So we can keep you guys updated on how it looks and each different garden. It's been so fun to see how their personalities come through each of their gardens. I have been gardening for 15 years and my oldest is 14, so all of my kids have been gardening with me their whole lives, and I have learned some things over the years to help to keep them motivated to help in the garden, and I want to share those tips with you guys. Number one is to reward your kids for their help. So this could be a monetary reward, or it could be a reward like a fun activity after the gardening chore is done. I personally do both of these things. When my kids were little, we did a lot more of the fun activities, and as my kids have gotten older, I do pay them every time they help in the garden, but sometimes we do fun activities too. I also make sure my kids know that they have a choice. I do not force them to help me. They can always opt out. I feel like that's really important to motivate them because they don't feel like they have to. So another way to motivate your kids to help in the garden is to listen to music or listen to books as you work. This also works for adults, something I do even when I'm by myself. We are a homeschooling family, so we'll often listen to a book for homeschool while we're working in the garden so that we can kind of kill two birds with one stone. And then the final thing I want to share that will help your kids stay motivated to help in the garden is to let them have their own space to build their own gardens. This is definitely a game changer.